Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with what I'm hoping is a very easy quilt block. I'm going to try something that I have never done before. I'm going to try snowballing some corners. We're going to be making like a bow tie block. I'm trying to think of what I want to say. I happen to have some denim and muslin scraps, so I'm going with that. I know that the denim is a different weight than the muslin, but I think this is going to work. You can use any two fabrics you want. The bow tie could be, a solid or could read like a solid, and you could use a print for the others. You do whatever you want. You know there are no rules. Okay, you're going to need to make one block, 2 5-inch squares of the denim or fabric of your choice, and for the bow tie, 2 5-inch squares, and also 2 2.5-inch squares. So we're going to start by snowballing the corners, and I have never done this ever. I just can't believe I never have. The reason they call it that is because if you do this to all 4 corners, let's pretend this was white and we snowballed all 4 corners, it makes like a snowball shape in the center. But we're going to be doing it to just 2 corners. We want to do it to a corner here and a corner here. We are going to, where's my ruler, draw a diagonal line corner to corner. On the muslin, we're going to be sewing on that line. Same here, corner to corner. So this is what I did, corner to corner. Normally, when you sew on this diagonal line, you just trim this side off and you end up with 2 tiny triangles. But since I'm a crumb quilter, I'm thinking in advance. I'm going to sew on the diagonal, then I'm going to sew about 1/2 inch to the side of it. I'll take you to the machine and show you. Then when I cut, these 2 little triangles are going to be sewn together, and it's going to be the beginning of a baby crumb block. So let's go to the machine and I'll show you what I mean. Ooh, I rhymed. Now that you're a little bit closer, you can see we just have this white piece in the corner, and we're going to sew right on that diagonal line. Now, most people would end up just trimming here and throwing those 2 little triangles away, but I've taught you better. We're keeping those suckers because we're addicted to crumbs. And instead of just having them loose while it's nice and easy, I'm going to go ahead and come in and sew maybe like 1/2 inch away from this line because I need space to cut between. Let me see. I'm going to use the edge of my foot as the guide. So that's going to be, not that you have to be exact or anything. 1/4 inch I think is fine. So I'm just going to sew using the left side of my foot as a guide. I think that's going to work out just fine. So now we have this. This was the original line, and then this is the line that's going to save these 2 triangles. I'm going to cut between those lines. I'm going to press this open, and that's the snowballed corner of this block. And then I'm going to press this open, and it's the beginning of a crumb block. I'll just show you here. I pressed these open. We have snowballed corners. And I pressed these open. And that's the beginning of other quilt blocks. Like I said, don't think I'm crazy now for doing this. You might think it's a useless step to save these tiny little pieces, but these turn into things like this. So many of them. And I just can't keep going and going. This is just my finished little pile. I've got way more to go. So that's why I like stuff like this, because it turns into this. This is going like this, and then we're putting 1 muslin piece on each side here. And we're just going to sew this into a 4-patch. So this gets sewn to this, and then I will send this through also, and then I'll be right back. I'm just going to do chain stitching. I'm going to send these 2 through, and then I'm going to send these 2 through. I will press open. Now all that's left to do is to sew these two pieces together. And I'm just going to zip down there, off camera. And here is our block. Looks like a bow tie. And I like it with just the denim and the muslin. I think it looks nice and neat and clean. So I am going to take a picture of this and put it on the digital quilt board. I'm not going to have too many options because there's only so many ways I can turn this block. But let's see what I can come up with. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe so you don't miss any future quilt blocks. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!